Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. That is right, we continue moving forward. We are into the month of May. May 7th is where we stand, and we currently sit atop the AL Central 24 and 13. Just 2 games above the Guardians, who we are going to be playing in today's episode. We do have a 2-game lead on them already in this current series that we're on, this current 4-game series. We do play them again in a week, but this time at our place. We are going to be on the road in Cleveland for this one. But a 2-game lead. We've had such a good start to this season, and I kind of had a sneaky suspicion that we were going to be pretty good, just by taking a look at this lineup and look at the hot streaks. Everybody is playing well. Everybody's hot. You love to see it. I mean, look at Walter. This could be Rookie of the Year numbers right here. He's hitting .379 in 27 games. This certainly could be early stages of Rookie of the Year numbers. I would be so happy if that was the case. I don't even know if he's in there. Juan Soto is currently leading MVP voting. Andrew Painter is leading Cy Young voting. Soto's also battling for the batting title. And Mr. Walter is currently leading the Rookie of the Year contention. So, I know it's early. I know it's only May and we have a lot of baseball left to play. But if we can stay hot, even a fraction of how we've been playing so far to start the year, oh boys, we could have a good team on our hands in the end of this season and in the future. I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait. We're going to be seeing Pablo Lopez for the first time on camera today. We're going to be pitching with him against the Guardians. This is a big win. This is a big series. We need a huge W to go and technically win the series, taking 3 of 4, but obviously I want to sweep them out of 4 games. We put up 8 runs. We put up 15 runs so far in the series. And look at the month of May so far. Our scoring output has been crazy. Not counting the game against Detroit, which we only put up 3 runs. But when we swept the Cardinals, we put up 9, 10, and 9 against the Cardinals in the 3 games over the weekend, in the first weekend of May. Then we go to the Guardians and we score 8 and 15. So, I mean, we have just been lighting up the scoreboard in the month of May to start, which is absolutely awesome. Exactly what we want to see. And we are going to be taking a look at Pablo Lopez today against Aaron Savale. And I think we're just going to rock with our classic aways. Maybe. Should we rock with the classic aways? We've seen the City Connects, I think, haven't we? I think we've gotten a video with the City Connects. I can't remember if we have or not. Let's rock with the Road 2021s. We'll rock with those. And then we can rock with... let's see. Let's just give them the classic home Guardians uniforms. Those will be the jerseys that we go. And we are going to Progressive Field in Cleveland to take on the Guardians. Pablo Lopez on the mound. This is the lineup, although Vinny is kind of tired. Maybe we need to sit Vinny for this episode. He has been featured very heavily, and he's pretty hot right now, hitting .369, but he could definitely... Nice, by the way. But he could definitely use a little bit of a break. So could Teoscar. Let's see. What should we do here? Walter can obviously play first base, so maybe we have him play first base and then have somebody come and play DH. It looks like we're going to have Matt McClain be the center fielder for today. I don't necessarily hate that. We haven't seen Matt McClain. I know we don't get to see Lou Walls, who I do enjoy, but we haven't really seen Matt McClain much this season. So let's give him the start in center field. Do I want to sit Vinny for today's episode? I think I do. Let's give Walter the start at first base. Vinny will come out. He'll sit down. Who's going to be DH? Maybe MJ Melendez. Could be Edward Olivares. Could be Alex Bregman. We haven't seen him at all. He's played in four games so far, got a home run. You know what? Let's have Alex Bregman come in and be the DH for us today. So now let's adjust the lineup a little bit. Soto will hit third. Basically, everybody moves up slightly, and then we'll have Bregman hit 6. De La Cruz will hit 4. Teoscar hits 5. Bregman hits 6, and then we can have that lineup. So Vinny will get the day off today, and that means Alex Bregman will get the start at DH. And this is our 1 through 9. We'll get to take a look at the Guardians 1 through 9 as we move into the episode, into the game. But we got a tough matchup. Aaron Savali, 4-1 with a 3.27 ERA. This is going to be a big matchup. Hope you guys are excited. If you are, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get started with Guardians and Royals and keep this hot streak going.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Jose Ramirez. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. I mean, this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
All right, first pitch coming up. And on the hill, Aaron Savali. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got Royals and Guardians. Big in-division game here. Already leading 2-0 in the series. Luis Arraez will lead off for the Royals. I'm hoping that we can start hot in this one. I don't want to get down to a pretty elite pitcher like Aaron Savali, especially when he's having such a good season like he is so far this year. Unfortunate out for Luis Arraez to start this game, but Bobby Witt's second up, and Bobby Witt's got some electric speed, so if he can just get a slight opportunity, he might be able to do some damage with it. That is what I want to see, and it looks like Savali will give him the opportunity. J-Ram keeps it in the play, but nothing more than keeping it in the dirt. That was an impressive defensive effort from Jose Ramirez there to keep that in the infield. Bobby Witt gets on base, and you know what I said? He's got electric speed. We're going to try to take a base here. 1-1 count to Soto, and they throw back on Bobby Witt. I'll try to steal one more time. If they throw back again, then I'll let the pitch go without trying to steal. It's going to be a stolen base for Bobby Witt pretty easily at that. The throw was kind of close, but actually not really. He had 21 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. They did call that strikes, so Juan Soto is down 1-2. He's hitting 381. He's leading MVP votes right now. I know it's early, but this is why we paid him the big bucks. This is why we signed him in the offseason. To get him to revitalize this offense, be that power bat in the middle of the order, be the bat that everybody's scared of, nobody wants to pitch to. That's the guy that we wanted to sign, and he's being that right now in the early part of the season. Now, can he do that when the time gets tough, when the games actually start to matter? We'll find out, I guess. And it looks like Savali likes to throw low in the zone. At least that's how he's done it for the first three batters of the day. He's throwing everything down low. I guess I'll start to focus down low in the zone. And that one's going to be pushing Bobby Witt to third. So Soto does a job. It's not the job I would have liked him to do, but it's a job. He moves Bobby Witt to third to give Elly De La Cruz a chance to get an RBI. We know what happened last episode with Elly De La Cruz. He was very impressive. Can he do it one more time and get us an early lead in the first? I hope he can. I kind of misplaced the PCI there. That's my fault. On that cutter. It's a 1-2 count to Cruz, and that's good eye, good patience, good discipline. And we've already got Savali up to 22 pitches in the first inning. About to be number 23 here. De La Cruz will go down for it and unfortunately not get enough of it. The left fielder will make the play, and that's the end of our half of the first. But we're starting to wear down Savali even early in the game in the first inning. Pablo Lopez, another one of our big signings in the free agent period in the offseason. I was kind of impressed with him in the spring, even though you guys didn't get to see that, unfortunately. But it's okay, because we've still got a chance to see him now. And he's having an okay year, going against Ahmad Rosario, and he will get struck out by Pablo. That's a good start. Miles Straw is up next, hitting the 2 spot for the Guardians. Lopez will send a fastball in, and he fouls it off. Let's give him a little bit of nastiness with a cutter. Going away. See if he chases after it. He does. He hits it back to the mound. Lopez easily fields it, throws it on to first, and the Rookie of the Year contender Walter, I'm still not going to pronounce his last name, makes the play. Stephen Kwan is up, and he will do what he does best. Bloop one into shallow outfield territory and get on base. Him and Luis Arise are some of the best players in Major League Baseball at getting on base. But unfortunately, J-Ram couldn't do anything with it. He grounds to Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie goes the easy way, and that is the end of their half of the first. Teoscar Hernandez will lead off the second. And I wonder if Savali will start to go down again. No, he starts up at least for Teoscar, and he smokes it into left field. That'll be a base hit to lead off the second. Good job there. That's awesome start. You love to see it. Absolutely love it. And that means we get to see Alex Bregman for the first time. Kind of an underrated signing we made this past offseason. It was kind of the death of the offseason entirely. We made it with within the last couple of months, maybe even the last month, we made the signing for Alex Bregman because I needed some other guy that I felt confident with coming off the bench for like maybe thinking for the future for like postseason action. We might need a bat that can come off the bench, and plus he's pretty versatile as well, so he can play a couple different positions. And Alex Bregman ended up being the guy. I think I tried to sign Tim Anderson, but he ended up being a little bit too expensive. I can't remember exactly how that went down, but I know that Tim Anderson was on a target of mine. Unfortunately, Walter couldn't do anything with it, so it's 2 outs, a runner on first, and Salvador Perez, the veteran, the all-star catcher, is at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count after swinging over top of the cutter, and Savali will give him a interesting curveball that I probably should have been able to do something with, but I just missed it. I just got a little tip. Could not do anything with it. Oh, but this one, Savali made a mistake, and I made an even bigger mistake because I was very early on the timing. Unfortunate for me, and now it's probably going to result in an out. Unless he makes another mistake. He does! And I'm going to send Teoscar to third. I think he should be able to beat the throw, and he does with ease. And it's first to third for Hernandez. Salvador Perez does a job, and now it's Matt McLean, who we have not seen this season so far, at least on camera. He's played in some games, and he's going to not do anything. Ground to the shortstop, Rosario, and they go the easy way to second, and that's the end of the inning. All right, that's unfortunate. Anthony Santander. Okay, so the Guardians have made some interesting moves so far in the, 3 seasons that we've done so far? Or I guess 2.5 seasons, really. 1-2 count to Santander. That's not strike 3. I really thought he was going to miss that circle change. That really looked like it was just going to go right past him. Here comes the sinker, and he gets another piece of it. Santander being competitive with Pablo Lopez. Don't like that. And he gets the lucky call on the slurve. Very generous, and Santander is not happy with that. I wouldn't be either. That is a very generous call from the umpire, especially to the opposing pitcher, the road pitcher. Oh, look at the bottom ticker there. That just said that Sandy Alcantara, however you pronounce his name, Alcantara, I think is how you pronounce Alcantara. He just threw a no-hitter against the Yankees. The 7th in Marlins history. That's super cool that Alcantara just did that. Ellie De La Cruz gets the final out in our game, and we're not going to have a no-hitter in our game, unfortunately. That would be awesome to do it. I think I threw one perfect game in my entire time doing MLB The Show series. I did it in MLB The Show 21 with the New York Yankees in the Legends series on my main channel. So if you want to go back and find that. I think it was with Hyunjin Ryu, the pitcher. I think I did it against the Blue Jays in that series. So if you want to go check that out, I'm pretty sure I threw a perfect game in that one. If not a perfect game, then a no-hitter. I'm pretty sure I did something like that. But I'm pretty sure that's the only one I've ever done in a series on any of my channels. So it'd be awesome to do it at some point with the Royals. I know I definitely didn't do it with the Reds last year. I don't even think I got close to a perfect game with any pitcher in the Reds. Maybe we can do it with one of the pitchers. Maybe Roki Sasaki one day can do it. That'd be pretty cool. Or somebody that we're not expecting. Who knows? 1-2 count to Bobby Witt. And I'm going down low for that one, but I'm early again. Got to get that timing down. If I can get the timing down, we'd be cooking Savali right now, but I just can't figure it out. And he's getting bailed out. That one, I figured it out, and Bobby Witt goes yard. 2-run shot to left field, and the Royals are on the board. I told you if I could figure out the timing, I'd be cooking Savale, and I figured out the timing. Bobby Witt, left field, 2-run shot, no doubt about it. Santa Maria. That one is gone. That's a souvenir for one lucky Guardians fan, or Royals fan, I guess. And now, if we could do that with Juan Soto, that would be cool, but I think I just missed it. I could have probably done the same thing back-to-back there if I would have had got a better piece of it. And Savale's playing with fire right now. He is lobbing these ones up. Luckily for him, his center fielder, Miles Straw, was able to go deep into right field territory to grab that one. But he is getting pretty dangerous. He just let go of that 2-run homer with a similar pitch, and then Soto gets a piece of one. Unfortunately for us, it didn't go very far, but, I mean, Savale's got to be careful. He can't be letting these pitches get away from him, or we're going to do more than just 2 runs. Elliot de la Cruz flew out, and now Teoscar will ground to Ramirez at third, throws on to first, and that's the end of the inning, but not before the damage is done. Bobby Witt, an unlikely target, but he did it. 2-run shot, no doubter, gives the Royals a 2-0 lead. You love to see it. Absolutely brilliant. And now we take on Edmundo Sosa, who will pop this into the infield. Luis Arraez underneath it. Easy first out for Pablo in the defense. You love to see it. Donovan Casey. I used to have Donovan Casey on my LA Angels series all the way back in MLB The Show 20 when I first did a Legend series. I had Donovan Casey in that one, and he was a pretty big piece to that World Series team that I had in the Angels series. If you want to go check that out, it's on the channel, main channel. But in this one, he pops it back to the pitching mound, and Pablo Lopez is able to get him out. Ahmad Rosario's back up. He's got a 1-1 count and 2 outs in the inning. He will ground that to the home run hitter, Bobby Witt, who throws it to first, and inning over. Bregman, Walter, Salvador, 6, 7, 8 due up for the Royals. And here he is, Alex Bregman, former world champion with the Astros, now playing his baseball in Kansas City. Can he do a job for us? He's got a 1-2 count, and Bregman will pop that into shallow left field, but it will not fall into the glove. And that is the first out. But Walter leading those Rookie of the Year conversations so far. I told you in previous episodes that I'm desperate to hit a home run with Walter in a game, and I just can't do it as he strikes out there. That's a good pitch from Savale here. 3-2 count to Salvador. And Salvi's swinging very early. I got anxious on that one. That's not Salvador's fault. I got way too anxious. Pablo Lopez sitting at 39 pitches, about to be 40 with this one. He's looking pretty good. He's still got some decent energy. He's got, about 1 hit, I think? Yeah, the Guardians have 1 hit. And he strikes out Miles Straw for the first out of the 4th. Pablo Lopez is playing pretty well. Steven Kwan got a base hit last time. He's the only one who's got a hit for the Guardians so far. Not surprising, as he is one of the best on-base guys in baseball. But he will not get on base this time. Strikes out looking for the sinker. Could not hit it. And it's J-Ram up with 2 outs. Let's go with the circle change. He's way over top of it. And then we'll go with the slurve. We got lucky last time with a slurve. Let's see if we can do it again. I left way too much of that over the plate. Luckily, Ramirez didn't do too much damage. Soto's underneath it, and that's the end of the inning. But that could have been dangerous. Jose Ramirez does not usually miss opportunities like that. We enter the 5th. Savale's still on the mound. His energy is starting to get low. Matt McLean will pop out to Steven Kwan in left field for the first out. But you got to be careful. Savale is starting to get a little tired. Luis Arraez is up next. And I really want to get a base hit with Luis. He's got one already, but you know how he likes to just get on base, bump up that average. Unfortunately, it won't happen here. Second base to first base. And that is the second out. Now it's Bobby Witt's turn. Cranked out a 2-runner last time. Maybe he can do it again. Back-to-back home runs. No, that's called strike 3 on a check swing. Inning over. Unfortunate. But we go bottom 5. Anthony Santander. Ooh, I've been getting some favorable calls on strikes from this home plate umpire. Not on that one. Could have gone either way. It went in the way of ball. That's okay. We've worked this count full. And Santander, he's fighting. He did that his last at-bat as well. He will fight to the bitter end at every single at-bat. And he fouls off another pitch. The cutter is fouled away. It's time to go slurve. Break out the nasty stuff. There it is. And he stares at it. He thought it was ball 4. Called strike 3. And Pablo Lopez is dealing. And another 3-2 count. Back-to-back 3-2 counts for Brubaker. He grounds that to Walter. He steps on the bag. That's 2 down. But we got to be careful because back-to-back full counts has worked the pitch count up to 68. About to be 69. Nice. But not so nice as Pablo Lopez could be running out of gas here. Matt McLean is on to make the play in center field, and that is the end of their half of the fifth. Of the fifth. And they bring on a new pitcher. It's Daniel Espino. We know a little bit about Daniel Espino from the Red Series last year. And he is on to relieve Savale. Very interesting choice to bring Espino out of the bullpen, but whatever. It's not my team, not my choice. As Juan Soto sends that ball into left field, Stephen Kwan will easily make the play. First out. Ellie De La Cruz. I have not been able to get anything going really at all with Ellie De La Cruz since trading for him. I've had some hits here and there. We've gotten some RBIs, some big clutch hits, but for the most part, the consistency has not been there. I've not been able to hit a home run with him. I haven't even really been able to do any like big triples or big time base hits or anything like that. It's just been kind of just singles here and there, doubles here and there. It hasn't been consistent. But now he gets on base with a single, and now I'm stealing bases. You know, every time Ellie De La Cruz gets on base, I'm stealing a bag. That's pretty much a guarantee. Teoscar looks at a very favorable pitch, but I'm not swinging when De La Cruz is on base. That is a guarantee. That's number 7 for him. I think he only steals bases when I'm using him. That's what it seems like, at least, because by May, he should really have more than 7 stolen bases. But we're going second and third. Teoscar, I'm pretty sure, struck out there. No, he didn't. It's ball 3. And De La Cruz steals second and third to get himself into prime scoring position where not only anything in the outfield scores him, any hit, anything in play will score Ellie De La Cruz, and that will work. Ellie De La Cruz will score off the Teoscar Hernandez sac fly, and that is a 3-0 ball game for the Royals. That's how you work yourself into scoring position. That is base running 101 from your teacher, Ellie De La Cruz. Bregman is up now with 2 outs. Can Bregman keep the inning alive? I'm going to stare at this one, making it 2-2. I don't really use Alex Bregman. He's always on the Astros, and I don't really play with the Astros. So, and I never really sign him in anything that I ever do when he's in free agency. So this is really the first time I've used Alex Bregman, and I'm not mad at it. He's been pretty good so far today. Gets a base hit there to keep the inning alive for the 7-hitter Walter, the rookie. Getting the start at first base today. Maybe the future first baseman. You never know. And he's going to send that one into right field. Unfortunately, it's not going to have the distance. I'm getting close, man. It's going to happen one of these days. One of these days, I'm going to hit a Walter home run, and I'm going to freak the F out, and it's going to be great. But today is not that day. Walter, can he make the play? Yes, he can. I wasn't sure if Pablo Lopez is going to have to make the run, but Walter does it. Sosa's down. We got Donovan Casey up. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Guardians in the 6th. Casey sends that to right field. Hernandez easily catches it. And it's 2 down. For Ahmed Rosario, 1-1 count to him. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Lopez, another favorable strike call. They are giving me the calls, and I absolutely love it. Rosario sends that to shortstop. He's got good speed. Bobby Witt gets him at the death. Very close. Good throw from Bobby Witt. And that's the end of the inning. That was a bang-bang play. 3-1 count to Salvador. I'm going to give him the red light here. And it works out for us. Ball 4. Salvador leads off with a walk. Matt McLean, we got to get things going, man. He's 1 for 6 in the series so far. I don't know how much he's played in this series. But he's 1 for 6. Make that 2 for 7, baby. Matt McLean with a single. Runners on first and second, just like that. Just like that. And now it's time for Luis Arraez, a dangerous hitter, especially when runners are on base. Come on, Luis. I don't know if anything in the outfield scores a run. It's not going to matter because it's double play to give the Guardians 2 outs. That's a brutal, brutal play. Okay. Bobby Witt, he's got the home run. Salvador's on third. Can Bobby Witt do it again? He did it earlier. That's strike 2. I hate my life. 118 with runners in scoring position for Bobby Witt this season. Not having the greatest year with runners on base, and it continues. I checked swing again, and it's another strike 3. Man, they're not giving me those check calls. I'm not liking it. We are going to warm up Kendall Graveman just in case, but Pablo I'm feeling pretty confident with. He's bottom 7, 82, about to be 83 pitches. His energy is still in a good spot, and he's just given up his second base hit of the day. And we're in the 7th inning. So Pablo Lopez is in a good spot right now. I'm feeling confident with him. I believe in Pablo, although now we're starting to get a little dangerous here. I spoke too soon. I always do that. I always speak too soon when I'm playing this game. Runners on first and second, another 3-1 count, this time to a dangerous hitter in J-Ram, and Pablo Lopez's day will be done after that at bat. 2 runs will come to score as Jose Ramirez basically cleared the bases. Pablo, you were going so strong. What happened? We're going to get you a little bit of a mound visit, go to the bullpen, get Kendall Graveman in the game. That's unfortunate. I hate the fact that Pablo just had that happen to him. I don't really know what happened. He got the base hit. Oh, Walter, good play. He got the base hit to start the inning, and then the back-to-back 3-1 counts just put him in a tough spot. He was backed into a wall. Could not get out of it. This should not be deep enough for Jose to run. He's just going to go back to second. 2 outs in the inning. Unfortunately, our big three-run cushion, even though, 3-run cushion is not that big, but in a game like this where it was a pitcher's duel for the most part, it's a pretty big cushion, and now it's just evaporated to a 1-run lead. But I feel kind of confident with Kendall Graveman on the mound. I think he can get the job done, and it's going to get past him. It's going to be a tie ball game. There's no way Matt McLean's throw is going to be anywhere near in time, and it's not even close. It's a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. The Guardians have rallied back here to tie this one, and all those runs are accounted for Pablo Lopez. That is brutal. Now he will get a no decision, even though he's pitched so well up until that point. That's kind of frustrating. But now the bat's got to come alive again. We've got another task. We've got to get ourselves another run. Juan Soto's got a 15-game hit streak that is about to come to an end unless I get a base hit here. There's a possibility that if we go to extras, he gets another attempt, but I got to get a base hit here. We can't risk it. And I'm early again. Man, I am screwing myself with some of these timings. If I could just figure that out, we'd be golden, Pony Boy. There it is. That's a home run. Juan Soto to the wall. It's over. The hit streak continues, and Juan Soto, the MVP so far this year, hits number 14, extends his hit streak, and gives the Royals their lead back. Oh, the young guns are excited. See, that right there is the prime example for why we paid Juan Soto all the money we did. A lot of people were worried about it. A lot of the Reddit pages for Kansas City Royals fans, the Twitter follows, they were all skeptical that a team who is coming off of pretty bad seasons, the first 2 years of the rebuild, they were pretty skeptical that we paid a big fish like Juan Soto all that money, but it's coming back in full effect here. We're getting our money's worth as Soto is leading MVP votes and gives us a 1-run lead back, a 4-3 lead. De La Cruz, unfortunately, can't get anything to go, so I'm continuing to just suck with him right now. And he's not even having that great of a year. He's got like 1 home run. He's hitting fine, not anything special. We need to do something else with Elliot De La Cruz. Maybe we need to move him up and down the lineup, do a little bit of adjustments there, get him going in a different spot. Maybe that'll get his juices flowing. We'll figure some things out. We'll experiment. Maybe we do that in the next episode. Although I can't do that in the next episode because the next episode is another prospect spotlight. You love to see it. Love to get a little look-see at the up-and-comers in the minor league system. So that'll be the next episode. Then we've got all-star stuff. So the things are moving pretty fast. Juan Soto did the job. Our second home run of the day. This one, a solo shot to give us a 4-3 lead. And they're going to bring on Tyler Stevenson, former Cincinnati Red, out of the dugout, off the bench to pinch hit. What a weird thing. Not somebody that I would expect to be for the Guardians. Assuming that he got traded here from in-state rival Cincinnati, that's a weird signing, but he is leading off with a base hit. 2-1 to Rosario. We don't have a threat of a steal here, so that's nice. McLean is going to track this one into right center. And now we just got to work for that double play, and we can get out of this inning pretty easily. Miles Straw. We've been able to get Miles Straw down pretty effectively, but he is going to send that to left field. Don't get past Soto. It's not going to, but Soto falls. Get up, Soto. They're going to send Stevenson home. He's going to get gunned out easily. Yes, he is. The relay throw is there. Good job, boys. I don't know why they sent Stevenson. He's got no wheels. He runs horribly. Soto made the effort to get that ball. Ended up taking him on the ground, but he relayed it to Arise, and he throws it home to get Stevenson out. You love to see it, but Steven Kwan is still a threat that we have to deal with here with a runner on second. It's a dangerous spot. Graveman's got one more pitch in him. No, he doesn't. He's got one more after this. 3-2 count, and another dangerous man is up. And Jose Ramirez, but we get out of it, Kendall Graveman. Strike 3 on Steven Kwan. Beautifully done. And oh, baby, they bring in the heavy hitter, one of the best closers in baseball, Emmanuel Clase. We got him in the Red Series last year, right? I'm pretty sure we did. This is a dangerous man. This is a bad man. And they bring him on in a tight spot to keep this game at a 1-run deficit for them. And it could work. It might be a very smart play. You know what? We're just going to schedule Camilo Doval to come in to shut the door on the Guardians in the bottom of the 9th. But he has to face Jose Ramirez as his leadoff guy. That's a tough spot to put your closer in. But it's got to happen. An errant throw from Ahmed Rosario over the glove of the first baseman, Brubaker. And that is an automatic runner on second. I don't know what happened there. Rosario just lifted the ball way too high. Brubaker couldn't make the catch, and it goes into the stands for an error. I will take that all day, baby. Full count to Matt McLean. And McLean goes down. If that drops, which I think it will, yes, it will. Too bad Perez doesn't run well, just like Stevenson. Does not run well at all. Maybe I would have been able to run home if I would have sent him the entire time instead of waiting to see if that was going to drop. But we'll never know. 1-1 count to Luis Arise. And Arise will go down. And that's going to score no matter what. I'm going to send him. And that's a 2-run lead for the Guardian. Nope, not for the Guardians. For the Royals. 5-3. Good job from Arise. He did his job. He got a run in. And I even had good timing on that too. 1-1 count to Bobby Witt. He's been in this spot before. Ooh, great pitch. A slider up and inside. That is an impossible pitch to hit, especially when it's coming in as hot as it does. And another one up in the zone. I don't know if it was a slider, it was a fastball this time. But it's still hot inside. But we got our run. It is 5-3 with Camilo Duvall coming in to shut the door. He's 10 for 11 in his 12 appearances. But he's got to face J-Ram. All right, let's go sinker to start it out. He fouls that off. 1-2 count. Let's go with a cutter. Doesn't chase it. Down low in the zone, that's okay. I think I'll go back to the sinker this time. Just don't leave it over the middle of the plate. Good job. Good placement. He foul tips it off. Tip. 2-2. Got him. Strike 3. Thank you, umpire. That was not a strike, but he calls it one. And that is called the benefit of the doubt when you're playing against a hitter as dangerous as Jose Ramirez. 1-2 count to Santander. Camilo Duvall with the cutter. And he grounds that into center field even against the shift. But that's okay because we can work a double play here and we can get out of this game with a save. The number 6 hitter is up, Brubaker. Let's go for the sinker. Everything down in the zone. Make him chase it. Make him ground this ball for a double play. Or strike out. I don't care, honestly. But we're going to have a heavy dose of sinkers to try to get him to ground that ball. And he doesn't chase that one as well. Do we go with a sinker again? I'm going to go cutter this time. Shake things up. And he grounds it, but it's into left field in the gap that we had. And it's runners on first and second. Come on, Camilo. They can win the game with this player. Reese McGuire. 1-2 count. He sends that into left field. Soto won't be able to make the play, and it'll be a run game. Okay, Camilo. You are in a tough spot right here. You've got Edmundo Sosa and the winning run on first. Come on, Camilo. We brought you in to be the closer, to be the shutdown man. Can you do it? 2-2 count. Here comes the slider. That's going to be foul. Woo, that was close, but we're going to send a cutter in. And he's going to send that to right field. Teoscar make the play. Yes, he does. And that's 2 down. I thought for a second that was going to drop right before him. But it's Tyler Stevenson. I know that Camilo Duvall's tired. He's got one more hitter. That's all he's got. One more player to get out. And it's a tough hitter in Tyler Stevenson. But he just needs one strike. He's got a 2-2 count on him. Give it everything you've got, Camilo. There's the cutter. Teoscar into right field. It's game over. Royals win 5-4. Duvall shuts the door. And we win the series in 3, even though we have another game against them. Pablo Lopez, unfortunately, does not get the win. It'll get credited to Kendall Graveman. But that is a big-time victory for the Royals. And a good confidence booster for Camilo Duvall as well. Graveman gets the W. Duvall gets his 11th save of the year. And Bobby Witt is the player of the game. 2 home runs for the boys. Bobby Witt and Juan Soto. What a big inning that 9th inning was for us. Absolutely insane. We win 5-4. We got one more game against the Guardians in the series. Ian Anderson on the mound. And we lose 5-1. Of course, we can't sweep them. We can never sweep. But let's start simulating the rest of the month of May to get into the month of June and end this episode. We got Mariners series. Today is the day to set up scouting assignments. You know I love to do that, so we will do that. Ooh, we got 95% on Jeff Gutierrez. And he looks like a pretty good contact and power versus lefty first baseman / catcher. He's not very good behind the plate, but he's a decent hitter. And we have 100% on Enrique Ramirez, starting pitcher. Doesn't have anything special, doesn't wow you in any one thing, but he's a pretty all-around good pitcher. And then William Nakajima, a catcher from Ohio who has good discipline, good vision, but he doesn't wow you. None of these guys really do that. So we will move on, change our prospects. We are getting close to the draft, by the way. We pick at number 10, thanks to the lottery. So let's, shall we look at Roderick Chavis, or Chavis, since he's from California? Maybe we should. I don't know. Maybe we look at Willie Cabrera. Ooh. I want to, yeah, let's take a look at Willie Cabrera. I want to see if those numbers are accurate. We're going to move on from Enrique Ramirez, and we are going to scout maybe Eric Morales from Venezuela. He's got some good power. Let's scout Eric Morales, and we'll take out William Nakajima, and we will scout who else? Antoine Bell. I mean, he's got crazy potential. I wanted to scout him just based on that. That can't be true, right? That can't be his actual potential and overall. So we got to figure that out. Very curious about that. So we'll finalize the scouting, and we will simulate past the Mariners game. We'd win the series 2-1. I'll take that. And we are 27-15. That series against the Guardians was big because we have a 3.5 game lead over them, and we play them again in a couple days. But first, got to get through a series with the Twins. They are bad, and we take 2 of 3. And Asa Lacy actually got a game, so that's good. Andrew Painter is killing baseball right now. He is 6-1. He's having a fantastic year, and he's got a 1.98 ERA. Guardians are up again, and we have 1-1 against them right now. Back to scouting. Yes, okay, so Antoine Bell's overall is actually not as high as I thought it was. That's good to know. We're starting to learn a little bit more about Willie Cabrera, Eric Morales. His power and stuff is starting to go down a little bit, so he's not as good as I thought he was going to be. I'm actually going to take Antoine Bell out because I was just curious to see if that overall was going to be anywhere close to what it said it was. Juan Dorta, let's put him in there instead, and we'll keep the other guys just because I want to see a little bit more, and we'll move forward. Beat the Guardians, swept the Twins. That's a massive, massive 5-game stretch here. 2 games against the Guardians and 3 against the Twins. 34-17. The boys are hot right now. 4-gamer against the White Sox. 2 of 3 so far. Let's do some scouting. We have 100% on Morales, and his numbers dropped significantly. And then 95% on Willie Cabrera. He looks like an okay player, but nothing crazy. We're going to move on from him, and we are going to put in... Who else looks interesting? Maybe Bill Ullman? No. Eric Park? No. Ray Carrillo, I know he's only a closing pitcher, but he could be a nice bullpen guy. He looks kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what he is. And then we'll take out Morales, and we will put in somebody else that looks good. Maybe Craig Schreiber? Definitely Craig Schreiber. Got to know about those numbers. And then we'll keep Dorta. So we'll finalize the scouting, and we'll move forward. Got a series against the Rangers as well. That we took 2 of 3 against. That seems to be what we always do. And we are currently sitting at 38-20. Remember, our 2 seasons previously, we had 65 and 72 wins. We already have 38 wins. We are on a great pace right now. We are pitching amazing. Roki Sasaki 7-3. Brady Singer is 7-3. I'm glad we did not move away from Brady Singer because he's having a resurgence of a year. I was a little bit worried with these first 2 seasons, but I guess he just needed some offense to go with him. Ian Anderson's 4-1, and Painter is 6-1. Our pitching is elite right now. I don't even know what we do at the deadline. Soto still leading MVP, even though Trout is battling quickly. We got Sasaki and Painter fighting for the Cy Young, but Logan Gilbert, 2.95 ERA and 7-0. He's killing baseball right now. Batting title, Vinny. Look at my boy Vinny and Juan Soto. No reliever of the year, that's okay. But Walter is still battling for rookie of the year. 10 home runs, 341. I love to see it. Brubaker's also battling for rookie of the year. We're having such a good season to start. And we'll finish the second month of the year with some games against the White Sox that we take 2 so far. Awesome. I'm so excited with this team, man. We are just so good right now. Ooh, Ray Carrillo. I knew that he was going to be good because he's a closing pitcher, and they usually are pretty good. But he looks like he's going to be a little bit of a project because he is low base overall. But his potential could be there, man. He looks pretty good. And then Juan Dorta also looks like a good project pitcher. What about Craig Schreiber? I mean, Craig could be a power bat. Absolute monster numbers. We definitely want to keep him around. He might even be our first round pick. Who knows? Let's keep moving forward. We've got Ryan James, who similarly looks just as good. I want to figure that out. And then we can move on from Dorta. I know enough about Juan Dorta to feel confident with, so let's keep moving forward. Jimmy Lehman? Yes, sir. Those cannot be true. We got to learn about Jimmy Lehman. We need to learn about him. How big is Schreiber? He's 5'11", Ryan James is 5'10", and Lehman's 6 foot. I wish these guys were a little bigger, but that's okay. Finalized the weekly scouting. Finished the game against the White Sox. Did we sweep them? I think we did. Yes, we did. Now we got a series against the Orioles. We'll sim into the month of June a little bit, but I think that'll be the end of the episode because then we'll start doing our prospect showcase next episode. Pablo Lopez is out for 1 to 2 months with a broken forearm. Oh, that's brutal. Why do we have to get hit with the injury bug? Why now? Asa Lacy will come in, but why now does the injury bug have to come in? 1 to 2 months for Pablo, who's having an okay year, a pretty good year actually. Broken forearm, 1 to 2 months. That's brutal. But that's why we have Asa Lacy still in the big leagues. Luckily for us, we still have a 7.5 game lead on the Guardians, so we were able to move up a little bit on that one. I just hate the fact, Adrian Painter is destroying baseball right now. But I just hate that we lose that momentum right there with freaking Pablo. All right, let's go to the final scouting episode or scouting assignment for the episode, and we are destroying right now. Asa Lacy got a victory. We had 10 runs to help him, and Sasaki got another victory. Our final scouting assignment, we know all about Craig Schreiber. He looks really good. He might be our first-round pick. Craig Schreiber looks really, really good. He's got decent overall potential. He's got good base potential, and he's a good power bat already off the bat. Craig Schreiber could be our guy. Ryan James also could be our guy in the first round. And Jimmy Lehman also could be our guy in the first round. You never know. I mean, look at these numbers. We're only 40% in, and he's already looking pretty good. I'm very intrigued by some of these guys, especially in the back half of the first round. So we'll change up Schreiber, and maybe we can find another guy that has some interesting both potential and overall. I don't know if we're going to find that. We've kind of scouted everybody that had that, except for Jose Guzman from the Netherlands. Hello there, my darling. 6'4". And we're going to keep Ryan James and keep Jimmy Lehman and finalize the scouting. And that's going to do it for the episode as I simulate past the game. We did lose our first game in the month of June. And in the next episode, we will start our prospect showcase with some of our favorite young players. We've got guys like Angel Zerpa. We've got Gavin Williams, Kumar Rocker, all the guys really in AAA that we're really curious about. Some people in AA, maybe not as much. And then in the lineups, we've got guys like PCA, Sully Matias, Elijah Green, Danny Dietz. And then in the AA system, we've got Acuna, we've got George Cruz, Woody Sonnenberg. A lot of interesting names in here that we'll take a look at. Shirt and Apostle, although he's not super young anymore. He's 20. He's 22. I thought he was a little older than that. But we've got some interesting names in here that we will take a look at for the next episode. But that, again, is in the next episode. We are so hot right now. Our pitching staff is destroying it. I can't wait to get to the trade deadline to see what kind of moves we need to make. Maybe we bring in one extra pitcher since we've had the injury to Pablo Lopez. That could be our only move at the deadline to bring in an extra bullpen arm or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's in a couple episodes. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed this one, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.